Southland.
Oh, we just love
Fabio.
saying Fabio.
Fabio.
We've had way too much fun with that.
Italian accent.
Fabio. Yes, has brought plenty of moisture. And we're taking you outside this evening. Take a look at this. Santa Monica Pier, a lot of people out there. The coast wasn't so shabby today. Got well up to the low 70s. We woke up to plenty of sunshine there, but then quickly that cloud cover rolled in and pretty much everybody saw pretty cloudy conditions earlier today. Right now we are dealing with moisture. We're dealing with rain, humidity, and a few potential thunderstorms. No thunderstorms to speak of yet, but as we get a look at radar right here, the big picture showing you plenty of, well, light showers. And if the green on your screen's not really showing us showers, a lot of that moisture is just not making its way down to the ground. So it feels moist out there, or it is raining out there. So you'll see just a trace of rainfall right here along the coast over the Santa Monica Bay, just seeing a few drops, but really not much. Not all of it is making its way down to the ground, spanning inland as well, and all the way up the 5. We're looking at a few raindrops as well. So we're going to continue to track the showers for you. We're also tracking maybe more of a wet forecast later in the week. That's coming up in a little bit. You'll see temperatures out there still quite mild, 60s and 70s, with more warming in store. Back to you.
That cat can only talk.
So cute.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure the story that it would be able to tell. Anyway, we are getting some rain in the forecast in certain parts of the Southland. Kind of humid out there, isn't it?
It's very humid out there. So on radar, there's a lot of green. Not all of that green or rain is making its way down to the ground. We'll feel it in the air, but we did see some rain today, and we're still looking at a few drops. We actually have rainfall totals to talk about. Set some records. Spots like Camarillo set a record for rain because, well, we usually don't see rain in July this time of year. So we're going to be talking about those rainfall totals coming up a little later in the hour. Do head to the next couple of hours. For now, though, still very warm. We're sitting in the 80s. That's right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. As we get a look at radar right here, well, you're going to see a few drops of rain again, some making their way down to the ground, others really just sort of sitting in the clouds, making for very humid conditions out there. A closer look at the rain. You're not going to see any thunderstorms at the moment, but we could potentially see a pop-up isolated thunderstorm as we head to the next few hours. You will see right here a trace of rain coming down through parts of the basin, spanning up toward the 101 and all the way up the 5 into the Grapevine, looking at a few drops here and there. Speaking of the Grapevine, we're in the 70s there right now, 74 in downtown, over to Laguna Beach, 75. In San Pedro, you're currently at 71 degrees. So still very warm for this time of night. We're seeing that warm tropical air and moisture work its way into the forecast, but eventually we're going to start to feel a little bit of a cool down as we head into the overnight hours. Earlier today, we made it to 79, averages 84, and record numbers 97. So we didn't get anywhere close to that, and we're not expecting to get anywhere close to that over the next few days. Over the next few days, though, we are expecting a bit of a warm-up in store. Futurecast here set for about 5:30 in the morning, and we will see some cloud cover out there. Then as we head to the 3 o'clock hour, starting to clear, and we will keep it dry for now, but there's another chance of, well, monsoonal moisture coming to the forecast, and with that maybe a drop, isolated drop Sunday into Monday. Other than that, 90s into your inland spots pretty much all week long. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
Was that you?
That was me. I walked out and I said, oh, and I went, okay, let me go get my umbrella. But I didn't have one of those. You know, we didn't really need an umbrella out there. It didn't rain very hard, but it did rain. We saw a few hundredths of an inch of rain in a few spots, actually. So we're going to tell you exactly how much rain we saw and where. We just got a shot of LAX where we are dealing with that low cloud cover. Not all of that rain, well, making its way down to the ground. All the green on your screen indicating moisture. Some of it actually indicating raindrops. There's still a chance of maybe an isolated thunderstorm, but at this point, nothing of the sort. Just a few stronger cells coming in along the coastline right there as we get closer to Malibu and the 101 as well. Other than that, again, just a few raindrops coming in through the Grapevine, up through the 5, the 101, and along the coast over the Santa Monica Bay. Few raindrops and, well, a few dry spots as well, just feeling very humid out there. So at this point, temperatures are quite warm. We're in the 70s, we're in the 80s, which is unusual for this time of night, but eventually as we head to the overnight hours, we will start to cool down to where we should be around this time of night. 68 degrees in Malibu, and generally we're in the 60s around now. Right now we're in the 70s. 70 Valencia, 74 downtown, and 71 in San Pedro. So we're going to have the rest of your forecast coming up, that extended forecast in just a little bit, so don't go away. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
Evelyn,
Hey there, Sylvia. Yes, indeed. There's some spritzing. We've seen some rain out there and enough to actually create some measurable amounts. So we have those rain totals for you coming up in a minute. We're taking you outside right now to our Mount Wilson camera. A little bit of cloud cover, feels very humid, and some spots actually seeing the rain coming down right now. You're going to see that on radar green, indicating light showers. And if we're not seeing showers right here, well, we're at least looking at moisture that's not quite making its way down to the ground, making for very humid conditions. A closer look at what we're looking at right here from the coast all the way up toward the 101 and the 5. We are looking at a few showers here and there, and a few showers still working their way into Long Beach, Palos Verdes, and starting to make their way toward the basin tonight. So you'll see earlier today rainfall totals impressive considering we are in July and it's not very often we see rain this time of year. Even set a few records. Well, spots like Camarillo actually set a record today. Spots like Sandberg in the desert right there, the high desert, actually never recording rain. The actual dates go back to 1948. So since 1948, haven't seen rain there today. So again, not very common that we would see this, but we did record a few totals. Downtown, 1/100 of an inch. Pasadena, 1/100 of an inch. Mount Baldy, 2/100 of an inch. And again, it's all relative, but for this time of year, this is pretty impressive. 3/100 of an inch right there for Thousand Oaks, and same thing goes for Long Beach. So we did see a few raindrops today. Still expecting a few more into the overnight morning hours, and then things are starting to dry out and they're starting to warm up as well. So we'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit. Sylvia and Sharon, back to you. I love it. Yes, it's very, it's still quite steamy out there right now, right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. We're at 78 degrees. As we take you outside right now to LAX, you're going to see right here, well, we are dealing with cloud cover. We've seen a few raindrops, not a whole lot, not a lot of measurable rain, but we have seen the sprinkles. Nothing too severe, but we are still in the chance, well, looking at the chance rather, of thunderstorms possibly in the mountains into the overnight, possibly into the morning, maybe the afternoon hours. You'll see a little bit of rain making its way to the coast, but the measurable rain really sitting offshore. Spots like Avalon over Catalina right there, we saw about 0.08 of an inch. Other than that, just about 1/100 of an inch or so. Couple spots little more than that. So we're going to have rainfall totals in a minute, but you will see it is a little rainy out there. And if it's not rainy, well, at least it's humid. Not all of the moisture is making its way down to the ground, but some spots, yes, indeed, we are seeing those sprinkles. In fact, right now getting reports of a few drops in Simi Valley. So thank you for that. You'll see temperatures right now into the 70s, a few 80s, 73 in downtown, 70 in San Pedro. And it's that tropical moisture, that tropical air that's actually keeping things quite warm right now. It's the remnants of, well, previously Hurricane Fabio. And with that, again, we're keeping things nice and warm and very humid. But as we head to the overnight hours, things are eventually going to cool down. And as they do, we are expecting normal temperatures. By normal, we're talking 60s or so. So leftover showers, that's the case right now. Maybe a chance of a thunderstorm or two. Then you'll see, well, as we head into the next few days, we are warming up. We're done with the rain tomorrow, but we could potentially see a little bit of monsoonal moisture make its way into the forecast on Sunday. And with that, it could potentially be a little humid out there, and maybe even looking at a few isolated showers in the high desert and the mountains. For the valleys in the Inland Empire, you're going to see 90s turning to upper 90s, very warm by your Saturday and sunny. Few clouds by your Sunday, and remember, maybe just a little bit of tropical moisture, not tropical, but monsoonal moisture making its way into their forecast from the east Sunday into Monday. So we'll keep that in mind. For the basin in Orange County, you'll see right here, well, mostly cloudy tomorrow. Could see a little bit of sunshine by the afternoon, and then things start to clear out. They'll warm up a touch as we head toward the weekend. Back to you.
All right, Evelyn.
Wow, and we're getting a look outside this evening as we do, looking at a little bit of rain. How long will it last, and what will the forecast look like for the weekend? Details coming up.
Wow, really rough times in parts of the Midwest with the drought in Texas. And ironically, here we're talking about getting a little bit of that monsoonal moisture again tonight.
It's
right?
pretty amazing.
That's the headline.
Oh, exactly. It is the headline. And it's 2 rounds of moisture actually coming in. So we've seen monsoonal moisture in the past.
Right.
Now we're looking at the moisture that's coming in from Fabio. Okay. And then we're looking at monsoonal moisture that's coming in again on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing. We actually got some measurable rainfall today, which is very rare for, well, July. Well, hour or so we could see a little more rain in the forecast. We're seeing it here and there. A lot of this moisture not making its way down to the ground, but some of it is, and we are actually tracking a few showers right now along the 101 as we make our way into spots like Simi Valley, getting reports of rain there. Along the 5, seeing a few drops, and over the basin as well. And again, just a few cells sitting just off the coast, potentially affecting our forecast, well, in the next few minutes to maybe even the next hour or so. Temperatures still quite warm, 60s and 70s, 73 in downtown, 75 in Valencia, 75 in Palmdale. So that tropical moisture is still making for a very warm forecast tonight. Eventually, though, temperatures will start to cool to where they should be for this time of night. Usually we're in the 60s around now. Very warm night, I would say. Personally, one of my favorite things, warm nights. So experiencing that sort of vacation tropical-like weather here in Southern California, usually a rarity. You'll see right here leftover showers in the forecast, and with that, well, that's going to continue to be the case into the overnight and morning hours. Maybe a chance of a thunderstorm. At this point, not seeing anything of the sort. We are expecting to warm up a little bit, and on top of that, expecting that next round of monsoonal moisture to come our way as we head to Sunday and Monday. But the moisture we're dealing with now, again, remnants of what was previously tropical storm, even Hurricane Fabio. Earlier today, we made it to 79, averages 84, so we were below average by tomorrow. 70s, 80s, and 90s. Palmdale getting up to 93, same thing for Riverside, Woodland Hills. Santa Monica up to 72, downtown 80, and over to Orange County, Anaheim, we're getting up to 84 degrees. For the Basin in Orange County, 80s pretty much all week long, but cloud cover fluctuating. You're going to see mostly cloudy to partly sunny conditions. And as we head to the coast, well, we're going to see more clouds tomorrow, but still quite warm. Then some low cloud cover Friday, a little drier by your Saturday, and by Sunday, partly cloudy and just a little cooler as we head to your Monday. Sylvia, back to you.
All right, Ev, thanks.
Evelyn?
Hey there, Rick, and as we get a look outside right now, looking pretty good in Santa Monica. You're going to see just a few people out and about on the pier, but we have seen a few raindrops come through the coast, and that's going to continue to be the case. Take a look right here on radar. We're not seeing as much moisture as we saw earlier. Not all of it's making its way down to the ground, but some of it is. We are looking at a few showers near the coast, and as we get a closer look right here, well, toward the Santa Monica Bay, up toward Malibu, a few showers, up along the 101 and well, up the 5 as well. That's where we've seen the majority of the moisture and of the sprinkles as well. We actually saw some measurable rainfall, so we'll have those totals coming up for you in a little bit. Take a look right here, 60s and 70s, 73 in downtown, 72 in Valencia, 80 in Riverside, and 77 in Palmdale. So still quite warm out there considering the time of night it is, but we are expecting a little bit of a cool down tonight. Temperatures getting back to average. And then, well, we're warming up as we head into the next few days. So we're going to have more on that and more on what we can expect. Well, not only, again, warm-up wise, but rain-wise as well. Expecting more of it, and not just tonight, possibly later in the week. We'll have those details coming up in just a little bit. Rick and Sharon, back to you.
All right, Evelyn.
I'm here to confirm just that, but before we have the extended forecast for you, we're going to take you through a few things that are going on right now, including some rain out there. As we get a look at Long Beach, you saw about 0.03 of an inch earlier today, so some measurable rain, and we're still looking at a few drops out there. Just a few showers, nothing too heavy or severe. Not all of this moisture is making its way down to the ground, but some of it is. We are looking at a few sprinkles, and we're bracing for the chance of maybe a potential thunderstorm into the overnight and morning hours, mainly for the mountains at this point. Temperatures very warm for this time of night as that tropical moisture, the remnants of Hurricane Fabio making their way to the Southland. Well, we are looking at warm conditions, humid conditions again, the few raindrops, and, well, temperatures looking like this as a result right now. 79 in Riverside, 72 in downtown Valencia, at 73 in Palmdale, at 76. So we are looking at a few leftover showers tonight into tomorrow. We're also looking at maybe a chance of an isolated thunderstorm in the mix. And on top of that, well, we are warming up just a little bit over the next few days. We're drying out as well, but we're bracing for more moisture in the forecast. We could potentially see some monsoonal moisture come our way by the time we head to Sunday. So earlier today, we made it to 79 in downtown. You got about 1/100 of an inch of rain, which is pretty impressive for this time of year, of course, so it's all relative, but that is a lot for the month of July. You'll see right here downtown, well, 80 tomorrow. Anaheim actually getting up into the 80s, Riverside 93, and Woodland Hills, you're getting up to 93 degrees. So you'll see over the next 24 hours, 60s, and, well, 80s by the afternoon with a little more sunshine out there. Not much. We are looking at mostly cloudy conditions similar to what we saw today, but it still will be a warm one for us. And with that, let's get a look at your extended forecast. And you'll see right here for the Basin in Orange County, mostly cloudy, partly sunny, keeping things that way through your Saturday. More clouds by your Sunday, and by Monday, we are partly cloudy. One more 5-day forecast for you. You're going to see right here. Well, a little cloudier tomorrow, and then we're going to start to clear out a little bit, keeping temperatures much the same along the coast into the low 70s pretty much all week long. And don't forget, by Sunday and Monday, we're looking at another chance of maybe a few raindrops, best chance for the higher elevations, for the high desert and the mountains as monsoonal moisture makes its way back into the forecast. Right now, though, still dealing with cloudier conditions, but very warm, 90s lasting through the weekend into next week. Rick and Sharon, back to you.